Jeff.
Boom, boom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Walks in like a crown on his head. Talks crime scenes like he wrote the dead. One cast on the table, now he wants the throne. Like that one little mode made him king of the zone. He reads one print and he starts to preach. Calls it genius with the schoolyard reach. But all that talk is cheap and loud. When the whole damn room sees through the cloud. He knows one lane, then talks like 10. Big fake cape, same act again. Kiss up fast when the money walks by. All talk, no spine. Best in his mind, but he can't read the room. Superman lie. Cast expert mask, but the truth cuts through. All talk, no spine. Flip-flop king with a borrowed view. Flip-flop king. With the bar. He says I'm the one with the chest puffed out, but every real case makes him back up now. He wants to shine, wants the front row seat, wants the praise from the suits on Easy Street. Integrity gone when the bills come due. He'll nod so hard just to stay in view. If the pocket fat, he'll change that tune. Same old grin in a cheap fake suit. One word here, then two words there. He bends so quick, you can feel the air. Superman lie. Kiss up fast when the money walks by. All talk, no spine. Best in his mind, but he can't read the room. Superman lie. Cast expert mask, but the truth cuts through. All talk, no spine. Flip-flop king with the borrowed view. Loud gets quiet fast when the spotlight fades and the facts are asked. You wear that grin like a rented prize, but everybody sees through both your eyes. Superman lie. Kiss up fast when the money walks by. All talk, no spine. Best in his mind, but he can't read the room. Superman lie. Cast expert mask, but the truth cuts through. All talk, no spine. With a borrowed view. With borrowed view. Yeah. Feed the night, turn a cold file hot, make the facts take flight. Typically unique, with the blade shore, red Bronx tales, true crime, dago cutting through the feet. The last 24, they don't blink, they bite. Every clipped up clip, got the walls too tight. Pavarotti in the room when the truth rings out. Harsh reality, yeah, we drag it out. Truth and transparency, that's the line we bleed. No smoke, no costume, just what the records need. Sharp with the frame, Hill just investigates, putting names to the game. Emma Vance on the thread, every piece in view. Travis T. Logic, breaking down what's true. Idaho for Duffy, no room for games. Karen Reed, same storm, different names. So many more, and we keep that line. Hands on the file, and the clock don't lie. Truth and transparency, light eyes. If the story bends, we pull it back in light. We expose the lies. We expose the lies. Day after day, till the truth survives. We expose the lies. We expose the lies. No easy sleep till the details rise. Jock me how when the silence cracks. One more page, then we circle back. If they had the wound, we name a scar. If they bury the proof, we dig that far. We expose the lies. We expose the lies. Day after day, till the truth survives. We expose the lies. We expose the lies. No easy sleep, no, till the details rise. We won't back down. We won't shut eyes till every wrong gets dragged to light. Hey.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the cafe. I am super happy to see you all today. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Thank you all for those of you that joined us on Cafe Conspiracy last night, breaking down Mr. Bigfoot himself and some of the conversations we had. That was a great show. I enjoyed it very much. I hope those of you that were there did as well. Today, guys, we're jumping back into Mr. Bryan Kohberger's a new defense attorney. We're going to discuss him and some other things going on out there, breaking it down like we do, discussing it like we do, doing it like we do. Come on in, y'all. Grab a seat, get off your feet, get comfortable, grab your cup and fill it up, and let's get into this mess. Here we go again. Let's do it.
Neon lights flicker like broken halos. Whispers gather in the smoke-filled air. Tables carved with secrets and shadows. Every story's a wound laid bare. The kettle's boiling with a restless rage. Justice written on an unseen page. I sip the silence, bitter taste, waiting for the ghosts to show their face. At the TruCrime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betrayed. Mirrors cracked, reflections are liars. Ashes fall where the guilty once stood. The jukebox hums like a funeral choir. Echoes pounding through the neighborhood. Every scar is a candlelit vow. We hug the how, we demand the now. No more silence, no more disguise. We'll paint the night with sharpened cry. At the TruCrime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your It's a battlefield hymn, a requiem dripping from the bottle's rim. The guilty write stories in invisible ink, but we'll drag it all up from the edge of the break. At the True Crime Cafe, the reckoning burns like a black bouquet. Every shadow will pay in the True Crime Cafe.
All right, all right. Welcome back, all you beautiful people. Great to see you today. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had an amazing weekend, as I did when I was hanging with you. Always a good time with you guys. So thank you for being here, all the beautiful people in the house. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome back to Blue Eye Butterfly. Good to see you, Miss Jonikas. I think that's how you pronounce it. Miss Jeebs is in the house. Mystic Sin, welcome. Carolyn Bastage, good to see you again today. Miss Saluser75, thank you very much for being here, guys. Make sure to go check out Dylan Jr., as I like to call him. Hildreth investigates and reacts. Please, please, you will not be disappointed. You guys might be excited. I got a little surprise today, possibly. But make sure you go check him out. Thank you, Sluther, for that, for sure. Bambi Whitlock, welcome back to you. Lisa Winchester, great to see you. Hangman, my brother, in the house. Good to see you again. Thank you for joining us last night on the Cabaret Conspiracy Show. Appreciate you very much for that. Morgan Peters, great to see you today. Johanna Way. Miss Karen Polquez, welcome back to you. Right Turn Clyde joined us for a little bit too. We was having some technical difficulties, but thank you for joining us last night, sir. Tried to keep you up there, just wouldn't let me do it. Let's see. Mikey's in the house for the last 24. Great to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. Always appreciated. Ms. Rowe, thank you for being here. And please make sure you do that, folks. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet done it. Of course, if you want to. And hit the notifier. That way you don't miss anything we do over here. I would hate for that to happen. Thank you, Miss Rowe, as always. Let's see who else we got here. Deb's in space. Welcome to you. Blue Devil, welcome back. Great to see you. Looks like everybody come in here dancing. That's awesome. Miss Jacqueline Keeley, welcome back to you. Sophie, welcome back, dear. Good to see you. Always happy. Thank you, Sluther, for that as well. Let's see. Carol, whoever, welcome. Good to see you today. Thank you for joining us. Of course, Dylan's in the house. Blue-eyed butterfly. Of course, I know you guys. I know. Hang on.
My name is Jeff.
There you go. Sadie Ireland, welcome and thank you. Junior, like I said, in the house, Mr. Dylan Hildreth. Thank you for being here, buddy. Please make sure to hit that like button, folks, and share this out. Miss Tammy, welcome back. Good to see you, dear. Thank you for being here. Speaking of Morgan, or Sadie, that's what it was. Pinto Sack, welcome back. Good to see you today. Lexi S20, welcome to you. Dog Mom, hey. Good to see you today. I was denied for the Sadie Buck records request, saying that it does not exist. The interview, there's no interview with Sadie Buck, they said. True Seeker, great to see you today. Mad Dog 5000, welcome back to you. Miss Wendy, great to see you today. Gail G74 dropping the jewels. Thank you so much for that. Moonflower, wonderful to see you, darling. Thank you for being here with us today. Miss Rowe dropping jewels as well. Thank you, thank you. Oh, we're gonna break that down today, Mikey. Yes, that's a surprise, guys. We're gonna do a react and review on Mr. Dilly Dill, his new video, and I think y'all are gonna love this one. Miss Margaret, welcome. Good to see you today. So we got to make sure Dylan joins us up here for sure. Just make sure you take your shoes off when you come in here, boy. I want to ground you again. Don't want to do it. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Who else we got? Eddie's in the house. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. I know it does, Dylan. I know it does. I'm going to have to, again, redo it a different way or something. I don't know. They love telling us lies. Thank you, Hangman. I appreciate you, brother. Very much appreciated. Enjoyed your story last night as well. Craziness. Craziness, Mad Dog 5000. Good to see you. Think I got everybody. If I didn't, I will catch up. You guys know how I do this. Let's see. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. 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 All right. I think I did get everybody. Don't feel bad if I didn't, because I will. I can promise you that. Oh, gee, look. Sounds like the boys home for dinner. Give me 1 minute. All right. I'm coming. Good God. Have some patience, kid. Oh, I know what's wrong with him today. He's probably wearing some of that dumb Georgia stuff again. That's probably what it is. Huh. Who are you? What'd you do with my kid?
I am Moscow's biggest nightmare.
You shaved it all off. Look at that. Smooth. By the way, for those of you that asked before you asked, me and Dylan are not truly father and son. It's just a little joke that we have, okay? We're just good friends, and we like to mix it up a little to make you guys laugh a little bit. That's all. Identify yourself, Sluther said. Who are you? Big difference, guys. Looks good. Looks good, bud.
Just denying your kids, just like Steve G.
Sure. Whatever it takes. That's bad. That's bad for you. I tell you that all the time. You never listen to me. You never have, never will. Michelle F., welcome. Yes, it is coming. Jason Purcell, welcome. I don't care who's playing. I'm ready to watch it right now. It's coming. It is August. Football is about to start. I can come out of my depression now. Well, part of it at least. Sweet Pea, hello and welcome, dear. Good to see you. Miss Jessie Lynn, moving forward. Good to see you. Yes, Dylan's got that smooth like a baby's booty face. North Carolina Mountain Man, welcome, bro.
Oh, by next week it'll be back.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, just like mine. If I don't shave every day, I look like that very quickly. Congratulations, Dog Mom, on 3 months. Happy day anniversary to you, dear. We appreciate you being part of our fam. Thank you for being here. Miss Juror 13, welcome to you. Sorry. Gail, that's what I was going to say. Miss Gail, welcome. Good to see you today. Again, Lexi S20. I can't talk today. Sorry, guys. I'm out of coffee. We're having some, that's a bad thing. It's not working for me. Crazy Italian Lady, welcome to you. I'm out of coffee and creamer. Running out of both of them at the same time is like, I'm waiting for the floor to open up and hell to swallow me because that's what I feel. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I will say, as far as your football season goes, don't have high expectations.
I knew that was coming.
And I'm not just talking about your free.
I don't for either team. Truly, I don't expect much out of Bama or Cleveland. So I'm a Browns fan and a Bama fan, so I know how it's working. I know what's happening this year. I see it, unfortunately.
Yeah, the SEC is going to be Georgia, Texas, and then everybody else.
Yeah, Bama. Well, I don't know. Bama likes to surprise people, but I don't see it this year. Micro Blue, welcome. It is. It is. Thank you. You get it. I'm drinking, guys. This is so disgusting. I have a bag that I throw my K cups in when I'm done using them. I'm using one of those, and it's bad, but it is what it is. Yes, they do. They do. Hangman joined us last night. First time on panel, was awesome. Told us a Bigfoot story as we went through it over at the Cafe Conspiracy. It was an awesome show last night. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, not going to happen there, Sleuther. No, y'all, not going to happen. Other things going on in the background. No, you did. Catherine Carpenter, welcome. You did a. We're going to get into it too, if you don't mind. I would like to review it because it was quite interesting, buddy.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was
It was
quite interesting. Dylan put
Yeah.
out a video that I think y'all are going to enjoy very much as we review that and react to it. Holy shit. Well, we need to get a different door. The thing beats loud when it come in. Who's that? Who's here now? Welcome, Moto. How are you, sir? Can you hear me?
You just put in the back chat that he'll be a few minutes.
Fine, then. Don't talk to me. I didn't want to talk to you anyway. Beach Babe, good to see you, dear. Miss Sandra, welcome. Or Sandra, however you say it. Yes, it is piss water, Blue Eyed. It is piss water. It is caca. It is caca. I can call you Sleuthy. I don't know. It just comes out. Well, we had Sleuthy Goosey in the community for a long time, and I got used to when I see that. It just comes out sometimes.
Yeah, I hope I didn't undersell it with how evil I was gonna be, or I guess evil's not the right word, but
If you did, I'll fix it for you while I'm in there. All right. So, what do you guys want to do first? Let me ask you this. I'll give you guys the option. Would you like to react and review to Mr. Dylan's video, or would you like to discuss the Idaho 4 stuff first?
I would say the news is a little bit more pressing.
We can do it. Yep. Because the news is actually interesting because Mr. Kohberger does have a new attorney, a new defense attorney to start with. We have one to discuss and break down. I do believe, as Lana was talking about him, Kathy, of course, is who I'm going to show you what Miss Kathy had to say about it. LMN Minty, welcome. And then we'll go from that direction forward, I guess. And we'll save the fun stuff for the end because it is fun, folks. 100% fun. Let me see here.
Yeah, I was building that video to be quite the toxic level that I am capable of.
The point is, but the point is that you were right. You are right.
Oh, that's the fun part. That's the fun part. There's no argument because I'm right.
No, there's no argument. There's no discussion. He's 100%, 1,000,000% correct on what he says. Welcome, Baby Ames. Moto Man will be joining us here. He had to do something real quick, but he'll be here. He's not just sitting up here sleeping. Dylan puts out great content. And if you guys have not yet subscribed to Hildreth Investigates and Reacts, what are you doing with your lives? Come on, y'all. Make sure you do that, please, and thank you. You'll enjoy it. I promise you. He does a great job over there.
I am 90 away from 500.
We're gonna get you there, and I think our friend Moto here. I'm pretty sure he might be starting up a channel himself, which I think we all need to subscribe to as well, and show that support for these guys that are coming out and doing this, guys. It's not that easy to do. So, welcome, Baby Ames. Great to see you. And there is Dylan's link right there. Thank you, Sleuther again. I did it again. But anyway, let's jump into, looks like we got 166 of you beautiful peeps in the house and 63 likes. Come on, y'all. Where's the rest of you guys at? There can't be 100 people standing out in the hallway just watching us. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's see here. Thank you, Miss Sandra. Appreciate that very much. Or Sandra. I hope I'm saying it correctly. I do not like butchering people's names. It's been done to me my whole life. Believe me. I know what it feels like. So, oh my God. This is like drinking brown water, this coffee, you guys. I'm telling you. It's caca. Yes, we will get him there. No lie. We'll get him there. Cruddy's in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Morgan Peters, welcome. Nice. That's nice to know. Thank you, Sleuther. Sleuthy it is. The sleuthness. All right. All right, let's check out what Miss Kathy is going to explain to us about Mr. Bryan Christopher Kohberger's new defense attorney.
Did you get a chance to see any of the reviews on him?
Yeah, a little bit. Miss Claire, good to see you.
There's a troubling consistency to him because I found two different pages that have quite a few troubling reviews.
Mm-hmm. We can discuss it. We can discuss it. In fact, I do want to discuss it. I want your thoughts on it. Yeah, there were some bad reviews. 1-star review, which, oh boy.
Yeah, so this one, I had it up because I'm currently uploading the breaking news video because my internet takes an hour and a half to upload a 15-minute video.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, blazing fast internet.
Yeah, we need to work on it. Well, don't you have what I used to have, that Optimum stuff?
No, it's different.
I thought you had that.
No, it's an LTE internet.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this review is from 2016, but I do have others that are more recent, but this is kind of interesting. I had a lengthy consultation with Mr. Rauch about my case, during which he informed me I had a meritorious, whatever that word is.
What is it?
Hey.
Meticulous?
MERITORIOUS. Materialist?
Meritless?
Meritus.
Meritus. There we go. Sorry about that. I didn't quite catch all the letters you said.
Yeah. Case that he would help. He gave me a laundry list of things to do as well as a list of documents to forward to him so he could get started. I had a friend with me during the meeting to verify that I was saying who could attest to this. I did all the things that I did all the things and he has yet to respond 3 months later. I have called over 8 times, left messages with his paralegal, written emails, etc., gotten zero response. I even asked for a referral if he decided to not help me with my case, and I have gotten nothing. Not even my documentation back. A phone call, form letter, etc. When someone needs legal help with a time-sensitive issue, this is very unprofessional. It takes 2 minutes to make a phone call or send an email, and I have wasted time waiting on help that is promised and apparently not forthcoming. I would strongly suggest looking elsewhere, especially if you contact Mr. Rauch and he does not get back to you in a timely fashion. I went to him because I heard he was a good attorney. Unfortunately, I was unable to find out one way or the other because he chose to ignore me after promising me to help me with my legal issues. And they get worse. That's bad. That is bad.
Yes.
But
so, his name is Gregory R. Rauch. Okay. It's not an actual video, guys, but Kathy stated that she's very surprised EWU Media, City of Moscow, and Moscow PD, and none of the interveners advised Judge Megan Marshall of the pendency of Kohberger, Idaho versus Idaho before Judge Hippler with the hearing coming up August 5th, given the Kohberger July 26th statement. Might Mr. Kohberger's new attorney, Mr. Rauch, make an appearance as an observer? I'm curious. So give me a minute here. Welcome, Moto. Can you hear me, bud? Yes? No? You're muted, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. Good to have you here again.
Yeah, great to be back.
I heard you're possibly starting a channel.
Well, I'm going to try like the YouTube stream thing first, just to, I don't know, figure out what it is that I'm actually going to do.
Yeah.
And then I'm just kind of going to try to go from there. So I don't know, might work out, might not.
Okay. Well, you got our support, bud.
I'll appreciate it. Thank you.
Always. So let me throw this up here. So this gentleman is the new attorney. Mr. Greg Rauch. He does business, family, criminal defense, bankruptcy, collections, real estate, estate planning, landlord, tenant, personal injury. Does everything. Everything.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yes, it said he concentrates his practice primarily geared toward litigation inside the courtroom. Greg handles the firm's tough jury trials in criminal and civil matters. His varied litigation experiences includes over 20 years, 20 jury and bench trials, plus numerous hearings on preliminary motions and injunctions in both state and federal court. Greg also assists clients in investigating and responding to matters before administrative agencies. So he comes from a firm as well. And he's also associated with the Idaho Trial Lawyers Association, the Idaho Criminal Lawyers Association, Idaho Family Law Section member, Idaho State Bar, of course, we know, in the United States District Court, as we know. So there's that. Now, give me this here 1 minute. All right, let me see here. Excuse me. And it does not come up under 5-star lawyers, by the way, unfortunately. So there's that, but
Yeah,
it doesn't mean anything. I don't know.
This one that I found was very concerning, and it mentions him by name. Greg Rauch, and this is from 2023. Greg Rauch attempted to coerce me into stealing someone's private medical records and forwarding them to him. I am not interested in committing a crime or violating someone's right to privacy, so I declined. He became angry and verbally abusive over the phone after he did not get his way. He began to yell and slur his words, and I had no choice but to hang up.
Oh my God, you guys. Well, again, this is somebody's opinion. That's all I'm going to say. We don't know yet, like, what the real deal is, unfortunately. But hell, I don't know. That could make him a good attorney for Bryan. But there's always going to be negative comments, no matter what. That's a fact. I will tell you though, and I know this is people are gonna go. Here we go. We got another one. I already know that. Greg Richard Rauch, I should say. Thank you so much, Blue Eyed. I posted a serious question on Discord. I will check it for sure. Thank you, dear. Very much appreciated. And so does our friend Manny, as you know. So Greg, he graduated from the University of Idaho, surprise, class of 2002, and he got, B.S. Thomas Jefferson School of Law, class of 2005. He's now employed by the law office Magyar, Rauch and Thai, PLLC at 326 East, in Moscow. Sorry. Greg Rauch offers free consultation. If not, how much the initial interview costs. I'm not trying to get that. I don't need that info. You should ask how long he's been in practice, how much experience he or she has. Well, we know that already. He's been admitted in 2007, so on and so forth. I can't find anything else, though. So there's been some negative comments. That's for sure. Where did you find what you found, bud?
It was on a Chamber of Commerce site.
Yeah.
And then the other one was that Avo.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But, yeah, I looked up the Thomas Jefferson School of Law.
Uh-huh.
It is ranked 1297th of 2597th in the world.
Yes, it's way up there. But that's what I was going to say. He's not DP certified. So how's that going to work? Does that mean they're not throwing the death penalty back on the table, or do they just expect that they're not even going to have a hearing or a trial?
Well, according to Grok, because I kind of did a side-by-side deep dive with it.
Of course.
It said He's never worked a post-conviction relief.
Well, there's worse time for everything, I'm sure, but that's kind of a interesting point.
It's a hell of a deep water to get thrown into.
I would, well, yeah, I agree. Give me 1 second.
I guess he's just a temporary attorney.
Oh, is he just kind of like filling in a slot until they can find a more permanent one? Or?
That would be a good thing.
Smiling Sleuth, yes, it was Judge Hippler that assigned him.
Yeah, of course, he found the shittiest one, right?
It says as of August of 26, Rauch has become involved with Bryan Kohberger, as we know. Student murders matter of counsel in post-conviction proceedings, court filings, and public reporting indicate that he has been appointed to represent Kohberger during that stage of this case. Community discussion has also noted that Rauch previously worked with attorneys Ann Taylor and Jay Logston, both on another homicide case that ended with an Alford plea. Though online discussion should not be treated as authoritative by itself. I'm sorry. The hell am I reading? Based on public available information, the state bar roster says he's listed active. The online roster does not list any public disciplinary action against him as of yet. Idaho State Bar notes that complete disciplinary history must be requested through the bar. Counsel's office and public discipline notices are maintained separately. I did not find Gregory Rauch listed among the published public discipline notices currently available. Let's see what else we got here.
I guess he's in a guilters group.
Well, we can't really judge yet, right? I mean, we haven't even given him a chance. So you know what? Maybe he's actually really good. Maybe he's just the sly kind of guy Kohberger needs.
And that's what I was saying. And here's the thing, guys, because I think we're automatically slighted and biased because of what we've seen, okay, and what we've experienced. And that's why I believe we need to keep open minds, give him the option, let him show himself, see what he can do and what he can't do. To summarize it, let me see. Go ahead.
I mean, going off his reviews, he's a bullshitter.
Right.
And we're already up to our nose in it.
And all we need, he's only been put there to represent for post-conviction relief. Beyond that, there's going to be a different attorney, from my understanding. So all we need him for is to get through this. If he can get through this and handle this, I'm sure he'll be able to do this. It says the court appointed Greg to represent Kohberger during these post-conviction proceedings because Kohberger's claims are directed at his previous defense team. An attorney who was not part of the original defense is generally appointed in this situation to avoid conflicts of interest. Rauch is not retrying the murder case itself at this stage. Instead, his responsibility is to just determine whether there's a legal basis to argue that. That Bryan's guilty plea should be withdrawn. His constitutional right to effective legal counsel was violated, and important evidence was not properly explained or disclosed before he accepted the plea. The plea was entered under coercion or based on misinformation. The main arguments being raised are that the post-conviction petition is going to include that Bryan was pressured into accepting the plea agreement, that he was allegedly given misleading advice about the death penalty and prison conditions, and potentially exculpatory evidence, including a discussion surrounding the hair evidence recovered from the victim, was not adequately presented to him before he pled guilty. Excuse me. So, and this doesn't mean, obviously, that he's going to automatically get a new trial if his attorney can argue this. That they still have to approve or disprove all this other stuff. So what's going to happen next with this now is if the court finds the petition has enough merit, it could order an evidentiary hearing, which Kathy's told us, and then testimony from the former defense attorneys is going to be demanded. That's going to be interesting. Review of communications and discovery are going to be, founded. And then additional legal briefings will have to happen with this as well. If the judge ultimately agrees that the plea should be withdrawn, the guilty plea should be vacated or could be vacated, and the case would return to the trial stage. And if not, the life sentences remain in effect, period. So as Routs represents Bryan, the key issues likely to be scrutinized would be whether Ann Taylor and the original defense team fully advised Kohberger before the plea. Whether, and that's what we're going to discuss a little bit here, whether any evidence was withheld or misunderstood. Again, we'll discuss whether the plea, I'm sorry, whether I need new glasses. Whether there it is. Whether the plea colloquy where Kohberger told the judge he was pleading voluntarily outweighs his current claims. Whether the court finds any actual prejudice that would have changed the outcome. And these questions, whether or not Kohberger is factually innocent, are the central legal issues within the post-conviction proceedings that we're going to be seeing happen. So, any thoughts, gentlemen?
Go ahead, Moto.
I mean, it is what it is, right? Well, what else can you say?
That's it. That's where we're at with it right now, you guys, until that happens. So I think it seems to be moving along so far slightly okay, quickly. Welcome, Mackenzie. I mean, he was approved right away for defense attorney or for defense, and then now he was given this attorney. We'll see when these documents start dropping for the hearings that are going to happen, so on and so forth. So I don't know. I'm not going to judge this guy yet. I know I've seen some of the reviews you guys were talking about too. That doesn't mean he might be exactly what Bryan needs for this. So we don't know.
I hope some of the spotlight that Turvey and maybe even Cy Ray, put on this case, fairly recently, and they both did, they did kind of criticize the judge and the state a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully that gives. I hope that makes Hitler just, maybe be a little bit more fair or attempt to be more fair this time around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
but probably
that's a good point, bud, because I think now that he's kind of in the spotlight now, and he's basically being called out for not doing a good job as a judge. I got to wonder, is he going to do a better job? Is he going to be a little bit more critical of certain things? Is he going to pay attention to both sides of the walk rather than just one? That's my question. You know what I mean? What do you think, Dylan? Oops, go ahead, Moto. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's all good. Go ahead, Dylan.
I was just going to say, if Hitler starts calling it more down the middle, he is full-blown CYA mode.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you that don't know, that means cover your ass.
Yeah, if he starts going more down, that's what I mean. If he starts being a little more fair, calling it down the middle more, we know why he's doing it. There's no doubt, at least in my mind, why he would start. He wasn't doing it at the beginning. It's obvious that he's a biased judge. He's biased against Bryan. He believes Bryan's guilty. I think he did believe that from the beginning, regardless. So and at that point, I want to know how somebody that feels that way is going to be able to separate that from their job. Maybe he saw all of it. Maybe he has seen it all now. Jeeb's got a good point. Maybe now that all this stuff has come out, since his documents been released, maybe he's seen some things that possibly could change his mind on some things. I don't know. There's Tomboy. Welcome. You think Hitler's being fair with appointing this one star? No, I know. But again, we don't know who's available. I don't know, guys. I'm not trying to make excuses for him. I'm just saying I'm trying to look at all angles of it, I guess. It does look as though, I mean, we could think that he very purposely gave him a one-star attorney that's kind of shitty. That's a possibility because of this. But I don't know. Missy Cat, welcome. Miss JC, welcome. Tomboy's got a good point, you guys. Honestly. He believes Bryan's innocent, but he's required to do what he's doing. Well, hey. There it is again. That's Eddie's point. Good point. Johanna, like I said, I guess we have nothing to do but wait and see what happens. Welcome, Astastic. Good to see you here.
No.
And I think he knows that he's going to be watched in some aspect. Hitler, I mean. but that doesn't mean it's going to change much.
This kind of reminds me, and this is well after your time, Dago. A show by the name of Wizards of Waverly Place with Selena
My kids,
Gomez.
my kids watched it. I know.
There was one episode where Alex and Justin were on trial for exposing magic,
Yeah,
and their lawyer's name was Big Fat Loser.
nice, nice.
That's what that's what it reminds me of.
Sounds interesting, buddy. Welcome, Doug. Good to see you. In my opinion, from the audio, my channeling of he and Kaylee, Ethan's killer was in the first 5 minutes of the Netflix documentary. Oh, you think so, huh? Interesting. I know what you're talking about, buddy. I got you. Class and crime. Let me see. Hangman. Turkey Creek, welcome. That's a good point. I'm glad. See, this is why I'm grateful for Jules having that connection with the family. Jesse just said that Jules posted, she emailed Melissa about this guy, let her know that he is in a guilters group and if he was retained or not. So that way the family can say, hey, this is not in his best interest, or not tell him this isn't in your best interest, bud. Like, you need to mention this and say, hey, this is not a good idea. This man is in a guilters group. He shouldn't be, which I think is insane. I don't think any attorney should be in any kind of groups like this. Especially if you're a defense attorney, come on. That just looks bad all the way around. So that's a good point. Love and Other Habits, welcome. Miss Noel, welcome. I hope you're feeling good today and doing well. Everything's healing up good. Moonflower said, in her opinion, law enforcement, the prosecution, and defense are all effed. Effed off the millions and dollars are given to try this case and pulled a plea because they couldn't afford to go further after draining the cow dry. That's a good possibility too, Moon. I can agree with that. Is there a dark cut hair? Yes, there was a dark hair in the bed with Maddie and Kaylee. If that's what you were asking me, yes, ma'am. $500 an hour. Oof. Catherine Carpenter, welcome. It's the Trauma Mom. Thank you for being here.
I heard it was like $125 an hour.
That sounds more realistic, but I mean, I don't know. The way we've seen this go down. Welcome, Jenny Shortino and Laura Diane. Good to see you both, ladies. Thank you for joining us. Tammy. No. That's going to be another thing, too. What is that name? Niall McGuire, welcome. I don't know, guys. You're good. You're always good. Just be careful driving, Tomboy. Congrats. Welcome to the sauce, Miss Jenny. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you becoming part of the family. Thank you, Sluther, for that. Frustration Speculation, good to see you today. Thank you, Sluther. And thank you for the jewels, Missy.
I think I'm going to go take the bar.
Summer Jaden. Yeah, in some senses, it might be better. Johanna Way, good to see you. Ham and Cheese, Sammy, welcome. Good to see you today. Yep, and that's the problem right there, buddy. I don't think we know who to trust, if anybody. Welcome, Canadian Cat Lady. Good to see ya. It's all by design, Tammy said. Sure so looks like it. Don't work too hard today, Doug. All right, so I guess, honestly, at this point, we just need to wait and see. The best thing we can do is wait and see what happens. I know we're going to have our doubts, and, it is what it is, but I don't know. I'm curious. I am curious too, Jeeves, what Ron thinks of this. Brian is spending the bullshit from the interview the other day saying BK was I know, and I knew that was going to be a problem as soon as he said it. You know how that is, how people take that stuff. So that's going to be put out as a factual statement now, which is bullshit.
And the wildest thing is, that's not even what Cy said. Cy said if the prosecution would have dug a little deeper, they would have found that Bryan Kohberger might have been in that house.
That's all he said, but you know how this works, Dylan.
Yeah.
You know that's how this works, period.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's a private attorney he works with a firm, and he's also contracted as a public defender as well.
I would be interested to see, because he knows like there's a lot on the line here, And if
Yeah.
he's able to get this to trial, his business is going to be booming. His business is going to be booming.
I can agree.
So he does have a lot of financial incentive to get this to a trial.
Good point, sir. Good point. Very good point. Let me see something here. Oh, looks like he's been peer reviewed. I don't know if that means anything, but he was. Um, he also works with John Walker and Michael Pattinson. Those are the two that reviewed him. But again, no bearing because I don't see anything on those two. I guess, like I said, it's a waiting game at this point. So, Jules says he's been Facebook filtered. Well, that's the thing. That's my question too. Does anybody know, Sleuth? Do you know this? Do you know
I
if a person, if they're handed a public defender, do they have to accept them, or can they say no? I want somebody different. Do you know that, Sluther, or no, or anybody for that matter? I just asked her because I know she knows certain things.
Well, I do know that he's got a Facebook, and I couldn't find. He's got that locked down tight.
No, you can't get in it. Which is smart for any attorney, anybody that has that. I don't know. I have a bar number for him if that helps us to find anything on him. You can petition the court. Okay, so if Brian is told this guy's bad news and he says I don't want him, he can petition the court to have the attorney changed, I guess. Thank you, Sluther. Or Sluthy. I just wish that we could get him an attorney, a good attorney, period.
Does he have to be a death penalty qualified attorney though? Like I thought there was only so many in Idaho.
Okay, well, you're correct on that. To do this, I don't think so. No, you don't have to be death penalty certified for this. Okay, once he gets through this part of it, though, if he can get through this part of it,
yeah. But I mean, you think that he would require something like that because it could possibly turn into a death penalty situation. Like
once he gets through the post conviction relief side of it, it will. It will. If they approve it, then he'll have a new attorney attached to him, and then at that point, which is, I don't know, just give him one damn attorney that has it all and go forward. But it kind of makes me wonder what if this was done on purpose. I don't know, you guys. It's wild.
Maybe he was the only one that was available, or
at that point, yeah.
Time.
Right. Welcome, Apache. Good to see you. But that's what I wonder. He needs a private attorney. I agree. It would be nice that if he could have a private attorney, period. But again, that private attorney is going to have to be death penalty certified as well as certified in the state of Idaho. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hold that for thought for a minute. You two, or carry on. Dylan, I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just. I know we haven't seen anything from him yet. He's never done post-conviction relief, according to Grok. This looks like it's gonna be a. This looks like this could be a major problem. Well, the thing for me, Sluther, is if they're able to produce evidence of him being in a guilty group, there's no way around denying it. If they get, because everything's got a digital footprint, they'll be able to they'll be able to prove that if he was in a Facebook, or if he was in some sort of guilty group. Yeah, Gene, I get to be negative when there's that close of an association with the University of Idaho. I think it would have to be give, send, go, because
you can't do GoFundMe. You can't do that one. There's other platforms. Is that what that one's called?
I think it's called give, send, go.
Okay. Interesting. Let me see. Was there more on this that I was going to show you 1 minute. 1 star. That's interesting.
Yeah, the one that I was talking about, that it's literally 7 5s and 7 1s as far as reviews go.
That's crazy. That is crazy. So I will say, give me 1 minute here. Where'd it go?
The elderly versus technology.
Mm-hmm.
The fight goes on.
All right, let's hit this video that Kathy did post just to give you this real quick. This won't be very long. All right. Sorry, you guys. Here we go.
Ms. Kathy. As the petitioner in Kohberger versus Idaho, it is up to Mr. Kohberger to bring forward facts sufficient to show a prima facie case for post-conviction relief. In looking at the petition for post-conviction relief Mr. Kohberger filed, it appears that he is raising 2 specific areas. One is ineffective assistance of counsel, and the other is that his entry into this plea agreement was not voluntary, that it was in fact coerced. It appears that Mr. Kohberger is traveling under Sixth Amendment to the United States Constitution violations here as it relates to some of the allegations against his counsel in Idaho versus Kohberger, including that he was not told allegedly of exculpatory information and that there was this made up tour apparently of the penitentiary where he would be serving time if he was convicted, raising the Sixth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which is one of the grounds under the Idaho statute for post-conviction relief. Alleged violations of the Constitution, whether state or federal, is grounds to seek post-conviction relief. Now, what does the Sixth Amendment say? It reads that in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. There is a lot going on here. What I wanted to direct your attention to is the part that says that Mr. Kohberger was entitled to be confronted with witnesses against him, and that the leak, the violation of the non-dissemination order, and implications to the right to a public trial by an impartial jury that Judge Stephen J. Hippler found in his findings of May 15th, 2025, where the judge specifically stated that he felt that this leak from the under seal documents that were apparently provided to mainstream media was by someone either currently or formerly involved with law enforcement or on the prosecution, not the defense side. The court did say this type of a leak tended to make it more difficult to seat an impartial jury. That is due process, which is implicated in the Sixth Amendment, applicable to the states by operation of the 14th Amendment due process clause. That's why you saw the 14th Amendment cited in so many documents in Idaho versus Kohberger. Another area implicated here is that on June 26, 2026, the court denied a motion to continue the trial right before the plea agreement was entered into. And what Mr. Kohberger was asking for was an adjournment of the trial because of what had happened relative to this leak, and also that his attorneys had not had an opportunity to review all the discovery. Could this possibly be implicated here in post-conviction relief for Mr. Kohberger? If you have any thoughts, any opinions, any comments that you would like to share, please leave them here. Until next time, thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you, Miss Kathy, and welcome, Tomboy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm here. What's going on?
So I just want to comment on something. Everybody's saying do a GoFundMe, do a GoFundMe. I just think that all these creators who have been on this case since the beginning, who are pulling up all these docs and reading all these docs, why don't y'all do a marathon?
Okay. That's a good idea.
Like they did for Karen Reed.
Right. That is a good idea. I can agree on that. Very good point. They talk to some peeps and see what happens.
I'm in. I can talk for hours.
Yeah, I can do long shows too.
And
Well-
and Dylan, you cannot get upset at people that have a connection to the U of I.
You don't count.
What?
You don't count.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, Jules did say, Jesse's right, that if Melissa Kohberger says it's okay for fundraising for Bryan, I think we're all going to go head first at it. We just have to wait and see what happens, I guess. And that's a thing. 'Cause she's already given her Jules already gave her they had the conversation. I don't know what the hell I was going to say to you guys, but there it is. That's what I was trying to say. Welcome, Smiling Sleuth. But that is a good idea, what Tomboy just said. Don't talk to your mom like that, Cass. Behave.
I was just letting Mom know it was Sissy that messed up the house. It wasn't me.
I believe that. I do. I believe that 100%. So she won't be punished for it, though. It's okay. Yeah, that is a great idea. I agree with that, too. He just said he's telling the truth, Cass. I mean, hey.
I can only speak the truth.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Dylan's a good boy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Huh?
Well, that's the thing, Smiling. We would have to look into that to see who can and who will, and who's available, and what they'll accept and not accept and all that. So yeah, there definitely needs to be research done on that. Would you two quit already?
Who?
Him and Cassie back and forth.
Oh,
Like brother
come
and
on
sister.
now.
There it is.
Well,
See? You better work it out, or you're both going to the corner. End of story. Get them. Get them both.
Computer.
Oh Jesus.
well,
Go
if
for
they
it.
go to the corner, there's no crayons and no pillows.
Nope.
The baby's always cuter, so I got that on my side.
No, we know Love and Other Habits, absolutely no. But there's other platforms that you can fund for or use to fund it, is all I'm saying. There's other ways to do it, is the point. And if that's needed down the road, of course. Just saying. Is the corner quiet? Not when you're in it, Cassie.
Yeah, last time she damn near burst in my eardrums screaming.
Uh-huh. All right, so let me see here. Jules posted something. Where's it at? Yeah, that's the thing about the Guilter Group things. And she did say she sent it to Melissa. This attorney is also in Moscow, graduated from U of I. It does say retained, along with stating the Ada County Public Defender is inactive. So I don't know if that means this man was hired or not. I just do not like the connections. And I agree with that. I don't think that's fair. And that needs to be known. Like Hitler needs to see that, unless he already knows, and that's why he did it. But that's not hard to think that it could be true. But again, that is a conflict of interest, and it should be called out for what it is. You can't do stuff like that, in my opinion. I'm sorry. Welcome, Karmic. Good to see you. Thank you. Love and Other Habits.
Well,
You
look what
cannot raise.
happened with the girl that was in the Facebook groups at the Delphi.
What do you mean?
The prison doctor.
Oh, yeah. Right. Good call. I forgot about that. You cannot raise money for indigent person who has a court-appointed attorney, maybe for a private attorney. That's what we mean.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It would be a private situation, but thank you for that. Very much appreciated. We again, none of this is effective. It doesn't matter at this point yet. We have to wait and see what happens. And like Jules just said, that it shows that he's inactive. So that that is what the hell was I going to say? I just lost my complete train of thought. Sorry. Welcome, Jesse. Yeah, that's Dylan without a beard. Yes. What I was going to say is if he's in a guilter group, that is a conflict of interest. That is something that definitely needs to be brought to the table. That was Manny the Dancing Meatball, Cassie. So we'll see what comes from this. Welcome, Hard and Holly. Thank you for joining us. Kelly, Truth Seeker, welcome.
I have been told people love the baby face.
I think it looks fine, sir. Well, that being said, let's jump in let's do this this reaction video here, and we'll jump into some other stuff after the fact. Hold on a minute here. This is a video we're going to be reviewing real quick that our friend Dylan here put out. Welcome back, Moto. Did you get a phone call?
No, I had to let the dogs out.
I think Jesse's calling you a liar, Dago.
No, I really did.
Microdot, welcome.
No, Jesse's calling Dago a liar by saying.
By saying you look good without the beard. No. Be nice there, Jesse. All right, so 7 hours, 1 day, debunking the goat. Yeah, we're gonna do the newest. We're gonna do the newest one because this one is interesting. So everybody, make sure. Hello, Miss Liberty, pretty girl. You better be good. You better be being good for mommy. If you're drinking anything, make sure you don't have it in your mouth. When you're doing it, this is gonna be interesting. I'll just let you guys know. This should be fun. Trigger warning. If you got a weak bladder, put a diaper on.
Here, I'll turn my camera off because I know, like, the double look messes
Be
with people.
twins, yeah. You're good, bud. Okay, this is interesting, folks. So, and I want to make sure we have Dylan's link in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to Dylan and let him know what you think of this specifically. Leave him a comment because this is interesting, folks. It very much is.
We are back with another episode of Hildreth Investigates and Reacts. The beard may be gone for now, but the fire and the passion for justice never does. Good line. I came up with that as I was talking. See that? Anyway.
Did Grok tell you that?
No, I literally came up with that as I was talking.
Good for you. Good job.
This video is not for the faint at heart. It is not for the ones who think emotionally. This video is going to be the one that may make even people on my side uncomfortable, because things are going to get very, very real in this.
Trigger warning. Trigger
As you
video
may
includes
know.
sensitive and violent content that may not be suitable for all viewers. This video is for 18 plus only.
Pretty bad when you got to run a trigger warning for somebody.
You can call his family, who have been spouting off for years at this point with lies about their own dead daughter, have once again come out and they shared a video from a particular person who has been proven to be factually incorrect, intentionally lying, and very, very malicious. And especially when it comes to people who don't think the way that she does. Because, well, how do I put this?
My name is Jeff.
If it was the 1930s and I was Jewish, I would be very, very uncomfortable around her. Anyway, we'll put it like that. Okay? We'll put it like that. Without further ado, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything, and make sure to share this out to all of your friends, because this needs to be pointed out. A lot of things in this video needs to be pointed out and needs to be called out. The people who are saying that Bryan Kohberger is innocent, they have been too nice, especially to this particular creator. But we'll get into it. I'm Dylan Hildreth. This is Hildreth Investigates and Reacts. Let's dive in and have a chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you reckon you can see a little bit of the lazy thumbnail done by maybe the laziest person in the history of YouTube, you might know. You might already know. Because Lord forbid she ever puts any effort into anything she does. But anyway, this is done by the Goncalves family page, aka Christy, who has been incredibly nasty to absolutely everybody who thinks even slightly different from her. Even to the point, ladies and gentlemen, even to the point that they will say that, yes, Bryan Kohberger did this, but he didn't do this alone. Which, logical thinking, a little bit of logical thinking, which I can respect that. We can talk about that. I'm a little bit more further on he had nothing to do with this. But, you know what? I'm okay with that line of thinking. Because it makes more sense than what these morons think. But anyway, this is Christy. But anyway, even to the point of somebody saying, look, I think Bryan did this. He didn't do it alone. Christy comes back with a death threat. And she said, oh, I don't know if I have that right on me. I probably should have. If I was any good at this, I would. But it was something along the lines of, well, I hope he gets out and then he comes to see your family. Now, mind you, Christy fully believes, at least she says she does, that Bryan Kohberger is a quadruple murderer. That is a death threat. That is 1,000% a death threat. And yeah, she did come back and have like a half-assed apology, trying to say all of a sudden care. But anyway, this is what the caption is to Vivian the Moron, her video, and we'll go in and talk about that once I get through here. If you are with us, this is for you. If you are against us, just leave. This is my page, and I don't want to hear your opinions. Lady, you started this page off the back of the most controversial case since OJ, and I think this is 10 times more controversial.
Holy shit.
So, what did you think was going to happen, Christy? Huh? Be honest. What did you think was going to happen? Anyway, I think this is absolutely disgusting that people are acting like this. Would these people feel the same way if BK did this to their children? I would want the truth if it was my child.
That's the biggest thing right there. And they refuse to look at any possibilities of anybody else being involved. Refuse. It's unbelievable.
If I don't feel like I'm getting the truth, I'm going to walk through the deepest depths of hell to find the truth. And you cannot wholeheartedly and consciously say that what you have been fed is the truth. You don't even trust the guy that has given you the truth, and Bill Thompson.
And what Tomboy just said here is, I believe this too, that people, I think they truly thought people were just going to convert their heads in the same and move on. And I think they thought that too. I truly believe that. And no, we're not drones like you guys over there are, okay? We're not mindless fucking clowns that can't make our own decisions. And that's what the problem is. You have been led around on a leash, okay? Told what to think, told what to do, and you believe it. You don't even look at it. You don't even question it. So he's right. And I agree with Tomboy 100%. It's ridiculous.
You can't sit there and say you did a crappy job and yet came to the right conclusion. That doesn't happen. Kaylee was unrecognizable, badly disfigured. She had brain bleeds. She was stabbed in the face 24 times with missing teeth, had 13 stabs and incised wounds to her cheeks, to her chest and neck. She sat up in her bed and fought. People are celebrating. No, nobody's celebrating that fact, Christy. How fucking dare you? We want the truth. We are celebrating the fact that Bryan Kohberger is finally pushing us towards an actual trial where we'll get closer to the truth. This is...
Sorry. Yes. Because again, I'm reacting to this as well. We are celebrating the fact that we may actually get a trial, which is something they should be fucking celebrating as well. That's what they said they wanted from the beginning. Gentlemen, am I wrong?
Dead on.
Okay, then. I don't understand this. Make up your damn mind. All due respect to the loss that you have endured. Beyond that, what the hell are you doing? It's insanity.
And I could have gone much worse than what I did here.
I know you could. I know.
And Dago, you know, I wrote on their Facebook page today, I just said that essentially, you know, there might be no such thing as justice, but the next best thing is finding out the truth. And
thank you.
These people do not want to know the truth. I think it's ridiculous because the simple fact is they want to believe the state. So the state lied to the Gonzaleses about getting them a trial.
And they know. Yes.
Right? But they're willing to believe everything the state tells them about all this evidence they apparently have against him. Give me a break.
Moto, they contradict themselves within the same sentence when they talk. Okay, this is what I don't understand. They did a horrible job at what they did, but they're right. What the fuck?
Well,
What?
that's just it, right? I mean, that's what even Cyray's saying that, for Christ's sake. Oh, they did a
Right.
horrible job. They messed up so bad. They didn't know what they were doing. But you know what? They had all this evidence against them. Okay, what?
Thank you. Bingo, Sluther, right there. It almost feels like they are scared of the truth. I agree with you. And you know why? You know why I think that is true, Sluther? Because they know in their, this is my opinion and my own, I'm not telling anybody they have to feel this way. All right, this is solely my opinion, but I think they're afraid of what the truth is because they know it's not fucking Bryan. And if that was the case, and if that is the fact, they know that there is nobody. They know that there is nobody that they can look at to give them the closure they need on this. And that is where it ends because there's nobody else that they've looked at. And that is why I think this is such a big deal. And not to mention the lawsuit, it has to be Bryan for the lawsuit, doesn't it, people? It has to be. That's a problem. I agree with Eddie. They know it's not Bryan. And I think that's why they get so angry when people push on what they're saying. So these are just my thoughts. And Dylan's got much more coming.
All this ever is. It is a quest for the truth. Not what you think happened. Because what you think happened, there's no evidence to suggest that. I hate to be the one to pull the rug out. Actually, no, I would love to be the one to pull the rug out from under you, but you're going to sit there like a freaking toddler, hold on to your ears and go, ah, la, 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 la. Or you're going to threaten to kill me. Either one. I'm ready for it. Do your worst.
Oh, I love you, Dylan. I'm sorry.
How can they ignore the evidence, ignore the mounds of evidence against him? What mounds? What mounds, Christy? What are you seeing that we aren't? I would love to know. Was he in the house? No. Was his DNA at the house? No. Was there any actual DNA? No. Was there any connection between him and any of the victims? No. Was there any proof that he was ever in Moscow that night? No. Was there any proof that he was at the house ever? No. Nothing. There is no mountain of evidence. And that car on 1112 that everybody's clinging onto, oh, there's the white Elantra. Well, pump Tisdale and Rosenthal full of truth serum and then ask them which car that was. Go ahead. I dare you. And then the touch DNA. Yeah. The one that was AI generated in a lab where they came out with a fake number to make you feel better. The 1 point whatever octillion to 1. That is far too clean. 8 hours in the wild, far too clean. We're talking 8 hours minimum. Way too clean. These people should be ashamed of themselves for fighting for everybody's constitutional right. Make sure that they are not infringed upon. Make sure justice is actually served. Right, okay. This man will never be exonerated. Well, Cyray told you he's going to walk. That's what Cyray told you. He will never walk free. Want to bet? Would you like to bet? Because if this thing can get into a courtroom, he's walking. He is walking.
I think that's another reason why they're angry. For sure.
You think you are fighting for justice for my daughter? Yes. Yes, we are. Absolutely. Because somebody's got to freaking care. Somebody has to care about Kaylee. Christy, looking at you. Somebody's got to care about Kaylee. You keep saying that you care, and yet your ass never left the couch. When her house was on the TV, you're getting calls from relatives and everybody around there saying something happened to Kaylee. Oh, but Steve couldn't go because he was on call. And, the Raiders game was on. Because, it's the middle child, so I guess a 3-13 football team is more important than your daughter. Your words, not mine. Well, your actions. That's how I gotta interpret it. I should say. She doesn't need you to fight for her. Well, given your actions over the past 3 years, someone's got to fight for her. Someone's got to speak up for her and actually get to the truth. Because you're nowhere near it. That I promise you. Justice will come for her when he takes his last breath and enters eternal life in hell. Something tells me that you're gonna already be there, Christy. The way that you have conducted yourself over the past 3 years and potentially being the mother you have been by your own stories. Yeah. It's gonna be a little warm. And people, I can already hear it. They're going to be saying, oh, how could you say that? She lost her daughter. Her ass didn't get off the couch when it was not looking good. Her daughter's house is on the news. There was a death involved. People were dead in her house. That's what's getting splattered all over the news. You have people calling you saying, yeah, Kaylee's been shot. And you didn't move. You did not move. And let's not to mention Olivia's little track record. What was it, in Kootenai County?
Oh, boy.
When she was arrested for beating the crap out of her husband. Which, to my knowledge, from what Jules has said, Jules, True Crime Reactions. It's True Crime Reactions. She flipped out on her husband when her husband was crawling into bed with their daughter because she was having a bad dream. She wasn't sleeping well. Something like that. Just kind of be a father, protector. She flips out on him.
Bruh.
Why would that be, Christy? Why would that be? A little bit of PTSD, maybe? I don't know. Just kind of using my PhD skills, my psychology skills that are self-trained. I don't know. Some would look at it that way. Although it doesn't look good. Anyway. Let's look into Vivian the Moron. Let's see what this video is. Was so unbelievably important that they felt the need to share it to all of their cult following. What could have been so good? Already off the cuff, we can tell she's on her phone. Because, group production quality, I guess. Why do something with quality when you can just be lazy?
And then, earlier this week, the scumbag murderer of Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan, the Idaho 4 case, filed a petition for post-conviction relief. Yes,
Okay. You're a content creator. And
I'm gonna have to beg to differ on that one because she never puts out any fucking content. So that one,
Thank you so much for playing my game.
I can't say I agree with, but I'll let on we go.
it was better than the other names I was running through my head.
I get it. I get it. I get it. Put a shirt on, sis. Jesus.
If you're actually looking for justice, you should cheer this because we're going to get content from this for years to come. Going a little selfish there. But also, it gets us closer to the actual truth of what happened on 1122 King Road. That is why this is so important. We're going to get to the truth through this if everything goes the way that it should. This should have never ended in a plea deal to begin with. And hopefully those wrongs get righted here and we actually get a trial.
Amen.
he wants to take back his guilty plea. So, of course, you knew that sent waves through the true crime community, and some of the more unethical content creators acted like they're...
That is very rich coming from you, Viv. Incredibly rich.
Holy shit.
With all the stuff that you say. Okay. You want to talk about
Unethical. She really said that. I bet she can't spell it, but she really said that. Of all people, you're gonna call out people and say that they're unethical. I wonder if she has like playback on her stuff. If she ever listened to it, it is unreal.
unethical? Right. Yeah. Yeah, we'll leave that there for now. Because that particular section isn't mine to tell.
Their favorite team won the Super Bowl. I mean, some of them were giving speeches like they had just won the Academy Awards. So,
if you want to do comparisons, let's do comparisons. All right, let's do it. I shed more tears after the Patriots lost the Super Bowl in 2007 to the Giants, 2007-08 season, Super Bowl 42, than Christie did going into sentencing. Yeah. You want to play the comparison game? It doesn't work out for you. We can play this all day long.
I've compiled some highlights.
Of course you did, because all you do with your miserable, pathetic life is watch people that you hate. Y'all have seen me trying to react for you guys, a bunch of people that I cannot stand. I made, 6 minutes on Banfield? And then 5 on Nancy? I physically can't do it. I can't handle it. She does this on the regular. I don't know how you can sit there and hate watch for hours upon hours upon hours every single day like a freaking lunatic.
2 hours later.
But then again, she doesn't have a creative bone in her body. This is her content. Once you've seen one video, you've seen it all. All she does is, oh, look at that. That stupid idiot. Because of XYZ. And it's been proven to be false anyway. Because, Lord forbid, she actually does any sort of real research.
Should I say low lights of some of these people. And let's take a watch at these moments of mental health issues. Shall we?
Oh, so now you're going to take a dig at mental health. Okay. Yeah, you're really showing off your character here.
And I wish I could really paint this picture to everyone watching, because I know I wasn't on air with Ron and Sam, but I was in the chat and I was.
Yeah, she didn't even take the time to like make this look good. This is all being done on her phone. Because Lord forbid she actually has like a halfway decent setup for her audience. Like, this is pathetic. This is utterly pathetic.
Tape it up, girlfriend.
I was so excited that we were getting this information out. And when I first got the information about what had happened in Bryan's petition, I was literally at a soccer field, for anyone in California, at Surf Cup in San Diego, my home away from home. And I was on the phone and literally like cheering and screaming. And it wasn't for my son's soccer game, I'll tell you that. And so I wish I had like just someone videoing me, because I was like, yes, yes, yes. And, it just kind of gave you some validation that everything we're all doing is for the right reasons. And I'm so.
Even provide commentary because, she's not smart enough to figure that out. Because, again, she's incapable of doing research. And if Bryan was a quadruple murderer, which there's no evidence to suggest that, then yes, this would be a problem, but it's not.
So glad that Bryan actually used his voice.
And I started screaming.
Evaporates.
So awesome. Let me just tell you, this is great.
I got so excited I almost beat myself.
I feel like it makes me want to go downtown. Yeah, I've been victory dancing all morning, Jesse. I feel like I want to go downtown and like go to the bars that are near the.
Really? Downtown? Did your team? Again, Bryan's well within his right to do these things. And just because you think he's a quadruple murderer, which there's no evidence, again, there's no evidence to suggest that to even come close. It doesn't mean that he is. Prove it, Viv. Go into the docs. Show me. Where does it show that?
Nowhere.
Show me one piece of evidence that doesn't look doctored as hell.
There ain't none.
Can you do that?
No.
Attorney's offices.
You guys know the way Conor McGregor walked into the ring like this? I feel like walking in front of Jeff H like this right now.
All right, y'all. We are doing.
I love Jesse so much. That is hilarious. Yeah, Jeff H can go kick rocks too. Fuck that guy.
Enough. Kohberger.
Oh, Phoenix talks.
Taking back the guilty plea. Kohberger talks. All right. You're not missing the block party. Come on in, honey. I just do hope, and I pray, of course, as a believer, that he knows what he's doing. Finally. Final freaking Lee, guys. This is crazy. Can you believe this? What is going through your mind right now? What is absolutely going through your mind right now?
Like the amount of hate that Vivian has for these people, and probably eventually me, is insane. Here's my thing. Here's the best comparison I can give. I fully believe that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. However, if he goes and through an appeal, okay, good. Let's run it back. Let's make sure. Let's make sure all the ducks are in a row. Why are these people so against the justice system here working? I just want the truth. And yet they are fully convinced that this cannot happen for whatever reason. Let's see. Let's skip a little bit more. No. More. Just like this is such This is so freaking lazy. I am flabbergasted. I know Vivian is as lazy as they come, but this is insane. This is absolutely insane. And the G family wanting to preach hard work. Oh, all the kids are hard workers, and they're all great, awesome. And yet you promote this garbage? Really? Now, of course, Viv's going to get a pretty good bump in subs because people that believe the G family are brainless sheep and will just go right off the cliff with them. Because that's where they're headed. And when they find out that when they find out that the truth is Bryan Kohberger had nothing to do with it, that rug's going to get pulled out from under them hard. But that's what happened.
Yeah, but do you think that if and when that happens, because I think it will, do you think they're going to accept it then?
No. I've said this multiple times. We could have video of the four getting mauled by a lion, and they would say it's Bryan Kohberger in a lion costume.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Yes, that's 100% right. Because they cannot, nor will they, accept any truth on this, sadly. At all. They don't want to see it, guys. Because it would go completely against everything that they needed to. In my opinion.
Happens when you don't pay attention. If you're not paying attention.
Yes, I did. Blue-eyed. I did. Sorry. I wrote it in the chat.
You're going to walk right into a rake. And that's exactly what the Goncalves family are doing. Whoever told them that Vivian, the moron, was someone to promote. Stupid.
Well, honestly, here's the problem too, Dylan. There's not many other people out there that they can find that will support this like this. That are not going to be. There's not that many people out there that want to be a bully to the world, that want to blatantly call people names because they have different opinions, so on and so forth. So they have to go with her in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or.
My name is Jeff.
Which he does it differently, but that's all there is, truly and honestly, that are in that deep. I'll just put it that way.
Absolutely, utterly stupid. This is a joke. There's no effort through any of this. Still reacting. And here we go. We got a minute left.
This works out. I hope it works out for him. I really do.
It's truly unbelievable that these people are cheering for a quadruple murderer.
No, we're cheering because we're getting closer to the truth. If it ends up being Bryan, the courts will figure that out. Evidence will come to prove it. As everybody so claims that it's coming. Prove it. Because by default, all right, he's innocent. Let's see what you got. Oh, he pled guilty? Oh, okay. Okay, didn't see that one coming. What did they have on him? Go through the docs. What the? They have nothing. Nothing. Touch DNA. Yeah, that's not admissible in court. And then the way that they match the DNA is questionable as well. Which is probably why the FBI said, don't use it, you fucking morons. Of course, MPD, being completely incompetent morons that they are, used it. So, yeah. This Anyway, finish up, Viv. What were you saying? You hunk of fucking stupid.
They want to free a quadruple murderer. So much that they're...
Well, we want the truth, and we believe that Bryan Kohberger is not a quadruple killer. So we don't want to see an innocent man behind bars. That's why we're cheering. But above all, we want the truth.
Cheering at their child's soccer game, not for their child, but for a quadruple murderer. And they're punching their child in the arm because they're excited about a quadruple murderer trying to get out of prison. Excuse me while I go take a shower to wash.
You need a freaking shower. And unfortunately, showers do not add to brain power. Or
off all of that gross slime from these people.
Then why do you watch every single day, Viv? You're on every single day. Hours upon hours a day. For God's sake, this is why you're a joke. You're not even real. You watch Lana, you watch Jules, you watch Dago, Kim, Logan, the custody queens, Birdie. You watch them every single day. You're a joke. And for God's sake, just quit while you're already behind. Because at this point, you're just embarrassing yourself. Jesus Christ. Like, I wish I could watch people I hate as long as you sit there and watch people. But I cannot melt my brain down to that level. And sit there. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. And then you come up with bullshit evidence to show that it's not real. Or if that doesn't work, then you just go with the personal attacks because, you know, when the facts are on your side, you pound the facts. When they're not, you just pound the table. That's all you do. You pound the table. That's all you can do. You have nothing on Bryan. Nothing. You sit here and you embarrass yourself day in and day out. And, like, my God. Evaluate your life, Viv. For fuck's sake. Please, evaluate your life. Actually create content. Like, genuine content. Use my channel as a roadmap. I do a little bit of everything. Because, you know, jack of all trades, master of none. Actually, that's a good tagline. Don't take that. Fine. No, that might be somebody else's.
This statement right here proves the fact that her brain has obviously been leaking for too long. Scott Green grew up in that fucking house. But anything anybody says, if she doesn't find it, it's wrong. That's pretty bad.
So I definitely heard it from somewhere, but anyway.
Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Why do you want to free a quadruple murderer? And how dare you get on your lives and your podcasts and talk about how you just want justice for Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan? No.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Don't be how daring me. You know what? Better yet, Vivian the moron. How dare you sit here and say that we want to free a quadruple killer? No, we want to make sure we got the right guy. We don't think you got the right guy. That's all this is. We want to make sure we got the right guy. And yet you're so against double checking. Why? That's all this is. Double check. Let's just go through this one more time just to make sure. But you're so against that. Why is that, Viv? You afraid if we double check the work, it ain't gonna come back to what you say? Is that what you're afraid of, Viv? Given the work gone through the first time, yeah, I'd be fucking terrified. I would be absolutely terrified. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is we get this right. We get this right so we can get justice for Madison Mogen, Haley Calvez, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle.
My bigger question is you're complaining about how what we're doing, how we're doing it, okay? But you're not doing it at all. I've not one time seen you say or do anything to look for any truth in this at all. Do you really care, or do you just like to say things because you're bored? Because if you've read any of the documents, you would see the things we talk about regularly. Okay, there's my biggest problem. But you don't seem to do that because you've called out many things that you've been wrong about that are clearly written in black and white in a fucking document. So if it's wrong, then it's not because of us or any of us. It's because of what they're sending us in documents. Go back and reread them. Maybe get some glasses if you can find them. I'm not going to go there. But anyway.
She's got to read it first in order to reread it.
That's what I'm saying. Read it. Read it. If you need somebody, I'll read it to you if you don't understand it. I'll read it for you.
At the end of the day, that's all that matters. We get this right. And we do it the right way. So I don't understand why you're so against double checking. Well, actually, you know what? I know why. Because you know for a fact that work is shoddy at best. Joke. Sit here trying to defend it.
Has anybody ever heard or seen her question anything within the investigation ever one time?
I haven't.
Never. And here's the thing. Even the experts, the attorneys, the law enforcement officers involved have questioned things in the investigation. But you're not good enough to do that. Again, read the documents. And if you can't understand them, I'll read them for you. Free of charge. Free of charge.
Because as soon as everything comes out and it is proven that Bryan Kohberger had nothing to do with this, the credibility that you have with the average morons out there that sit there like a seal and think that Bryan Kohberger had anything to do with this, yeah, you're gonna look like a moron. Vivian the moron.
We can only hope.
Because at the end of the day, this is not going to end the way that you think it's going to end. And I think you know the way that it's going to end, actually. That's why you're so much against it.
And I agree. I think she's trying to get in as much as she can before that happens, because she knows that when it happens, she's going to have to disappear, because she's not the type of person that'll come out and say, I was wrong, I'm sorry. Never. Okay? Never. And for those of you that are in here watching and listening to this, I understand this looks slightly immature, because it is. But it needs to be, because we've been taking this from this person. And I'm not saying we as in me and Dylan. I'm saying we as in me and Dylan and Lana and Bubbly and Travis T. Logic, the Custody Queens, Audrey from Glitch DNA, Mikey with the last 24, Lana, I think I said that already, Jules. Almost every creator you can think of has been taking this from this since I'm mean to women. This creature, okay? Tommy, God rest his soul. Tommy, okay? Miss Potts. Everybody that is out here talking about things, every single one of us. Hell, even people I'm not, currently comfortable, conversating with. And anybody in this community. Every single person, folks. And there's even people, not just creators. If somebody makes a statement towards something. That person, unfortunately, gets hit with it too. It's sickening. Grow the fuck up, girlfriend. Okay? Grow up. Find a real life and maybe do something with it. How about that one? Instead of investing in the tape that you do.
You're a joke. You are a sad existence of a joke. You don't have original content. All you do is react. You can't sit there.
He's right. She sits and hate watches every channel I just said to you and then some all day long. Does anybody understand what hate watching is? She sits and watches and says, no, oh my God, that's so wrong. You're this, you're that, you're an asshole, and calls people names like this too. You dumb motherfucker. I've heard her say these things, okay? On and on and on, all day long. Can you imagine the negativity that is seeping from her? No wonder she doesn't like herself, because that's the only good reason to explain why she does this. She doesn't even like herself. That is truly all she does. And it's disgusting. You're not doing anything to help anybody. Even if you were what I will call a true guilter, okay? You're not helping them. You're making them look ridiculous when you do this, just so you understand that. Just saying.
There and actually formulate what actually happened. You have nothing, Viv. You got nothing. Once this case ends, and granted, it's going to be a while before it ends, but it will end one day. You'll have nothing to show for it.
We're not watching her channel, Hilaria. Dylan did a reaction video to one of the millions of videos she does attacking us. So he just did a generalized reaction video to it, and so that's why it's on here.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Yes.
I just move on. I'll just move right on to the next case because there's always going to be injustice out there to fight. I use my mic.
What are you going to do?
And that's what we all do. From Dago to Birdie, Logan, him, Lana, Jules. Pulling out the BS and showing receipts. I'm Dylan Hildreth. This is Hildreth Investigates and Reacts. In the next one.
What a sad, empathetic waste of time. Seriously. Can you imagine if that was what your day consisted of, Dylan, all day long?
I couldn't imagine. I
nothing but negativity. That's a great video, Dylan.
I even tried to do Banfields and I couldn't make it through it. I had full attention on getting through it, but I couldn't.
It's very hard. I agree. But good job, buddy. Talk to the crew for a minute here. I'll be right back. Got to go to Low Boy's room.
Oh, my goodness. All right. It's absolutely insane. From Vivian the moron to the Goncalves family. I couldn't even imagine being okay with the results that we've gotten and continue to fight against anything coming out. Because someone correct me if I'm wrong. They are on that EWU lawsuit too. But they're fighting to keep things redacted.
All right. Good job, bud.
Thank you.
As always. You got some other things here to look at. Welcome, Deadline Crime. Oh, wow. It's been a while. I haven't talked about that in a long, long time. All right. Yes, there you go. All right, so let's look at something here. Welcome, Allison. I guess, Ms. Mamikins, congrats on 18 months. Happy day anniversary. Thank you very much for being part of our family. We do appreciate you. Oh, Lord. The trolls are real, folks. They are real. Without a doubt. They troll us daily.
You don't want to troll me. Your feelings are going to get hurt.
Real. That is how real they are. Go back to living under your bridge, please. Anyway, I got something I want to check out here with you guys. I got you're here, so I can get your opinion as well, bud. Getting back to the reality. $52.40.
I wonder if next time I make the highlight reel.
Oh, buddy. Do your thing, bro.
She left me off the damn reel.
Yeah, right. So I was asked to play this. It's very interesting. Jules put this video out 4 hours ago. For those of you that may have seen it already, you know. For those of you that didn't, you don't. Lucy's in the house. Welcome, Lucy. Good to see you, dear. All right. Let's see what we got here. So at some point coming up here, 52 and something, it's going to play something here. Lucy says the new attorney Bryan was appointed is the attorney that represented the Wilsons in the federal court. Oh, same guy that represented for Stickergate. Thank you, Lucy. Interesting. Interesting.
Huh?
It's going to be so much fire, Lucy said. We'll see. We shall see. All right, make sure you guys can hear this, okay?
Now, I would have been thinking the worst. And what do you mean? Would you just sat there the whole time? What if he would have died? What if he would have just gone back there and fell the hell out and had a whole fucking heart attack? Because lots of people stand up and say they don't feel good and think they have to throw up, and then all of a sudden they're having a stroke on the floor and they're dead in 5 minutes. He just sat there. You just sat there. Yeah, the commenter had the comment of the year. She's consistent.
Oh, the timestamp said 52:40, I thought. My apologies. I'll back up. Where to, SRB? Do you know for sure? Okay. Let me see here. Maybe 5 minutes more or 5 minutes total.
Go back 5 more.
Okay. Let's try this.
Pretty regularly, and she did mention doing cocaine once, but I did not think that was a normal thing.
Who did she do cocaine with?
I remember it was like at a house party, but I have no idea whose or who it was with.
Is there a way for you to figure that out?
I mean, I could probably narrow it down to 2 or 3 houses that she could have been at.
The text message between you guys where she talks about the coke and you saying that you didn't want to do that, Is that the same day that the coke use happened?
I think it was the day after.
The text was the day after. The text was the day after?
Yeah, I believe so.
So there's another text message on there where she basically states we're in college now and all that. You will be doing that. You yourself will also be doing coke in 3 months. You remember that?
She states that I will be doing it.
That you also will be doing it in 3 months. It was a while back. It was probably
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
It was probably 2 years. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago.
Go to 4840.
Yeah,
if you wanted to.
And remember, this is the one that has like a really crazy, like in the background noise. But this was said in this interview that we went over a few days ago.
Anybody or that use drugs just for partying, whether it be party drugs or marijuana or anything else like that?
Yeah, I do actually. There would be a few times where would mention that and because everyone would kind of go to Xan's room and she'd always just mention yeah, they're doing cocaine, and it was just oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know if specifically she would use it or Ethan would use it or anyone, but I know they would go to her room and she was always in there and Ethan would be in there. But there'd be a few of them, and I know that girlfriend
Mike Van Leuven, I just talked to Jim, went over a couple things. He said it was okay to ask you. With me today, I've got you on speakerphone here.
So someone just said that the Consalvis is posted, and they can block me all they want to, which, mind you, I told them to, and they finally did. I don't know about you, but I have hurt myself, broken things, almost fallen on my face, all kinds of things. When commotion gets started in a direction that one of my children, or at the time my partner, was in, because the instant fear was, holy fuck, something just happened, and it's one of them. Anyone who is a normal human being and has ever had a partner that they actually cared about or has had children, you know that feeling. But here we have another situation here where something serious could have been going on and Christy has no reaction. And I wasn't even going to say anything. I was just going over here to see what people were talking about Steve having a medical issue on the airplane. And then I read Christy's reaction and I am stunned, but not at the same time. Okay, I want y'all to just listen to this. Okay. Oh my. Steve had some low blood pressure episode on the plane and he almost passed out. He jumped up and said, I don't feel good, and hightailed it to the bathroom. Next thing I know, they're calling for any doctors, nurses, emergency personnel to report to the back of the plane. I was like, what the heck? I just sat there waiting until he finally came back and told me what happened. So your husband, who you've been married to for 30 years, gets up in a panic, tells you that he doesn't feel good, and he runs to the back of the airplane. And then all of a sudden, there's an emergency call over the freaking speaker for doctors and nurses and emergency personnel to now head to the back of the plane where your fucking husband is. And you just sit there and wait for him to come and tell you what happened? These people cannot.
You've got to be kidding me. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm with Jules. This is not surprising. It's the same thing they did when they got the info about, wow, y'all, what is going on with these people? Honestly.
You don't want to miss any of the in-flight movie.
My wife would have got up and ran to figher out what the hell's going on. She would have followed me to the bathroom or whatever. Now, I also got some info of something else I want you guys to hear. If I can find it. But there was a... we're going to go through this interview and break this down. But there's a statement in here. I do believe that they're talking once again. It's a new interview. Thank you to Connor. Miss Marsha. That's sickening, Dylan. That goes right along with what you were saying in your reaction video. That you don't react. They don't react. You just sat there and waited until
we got an hour until
who does this?
We got an hour until Martha's video comes out with Connor.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But my understanding is that there's a statement in here. I think it's this one, where they're talking once again about the dealer, quote unquote. And it comes out that that person is Mr. Bangman. Do I have that right, folks? Somebody said it to me in here, too.
I don't know,
Something's wrong. Something is wrong. Something's wrong. As Mike would say, something is wrong with this. Welcome back to the Tomboy. How are you?
I'm good. It's Monday. How else can you be on a Monday, really?
So what do you think? What do you think about what I just said?
What did you just say?
Or did you not hear me because you were not hearing me? About the thing about the Steve got sick on a plane, ran to the back, and it was a statement she made on her Facebook post, Christy did. Got sick, was having blood pressure issues or something, ran to the back of the plane, and then they announced over the loudspeaker.
I think he was drunk.
Well, okay, but here's the... Oh, there, Randy, good to see you, buddy. I just saw you, bro. Anyway, the point, the biggest problem with this is he goes to the back of the plane to where the bathroom is, I guess. They announce over the loudspeaker that they have a medical emergency if there's any doctors on board, so on and so forth. And she claims and admits that she just sat there and waited till they came back. Anything wrong with that to you?
So did the pilot say anything? Did they turn the plane around? Because if they didn't, it wasn't that big of an emergency.
You're missing the point, though. Like, she just sat there and waited for Steve to come back, knowing that he was not doing well, and then they announced a medical emergency over the loudspeaker, and she didn't get up and go to see. She didn't follow him. She didn't go with him. She didn't go check on him. She just waited till he came back after hearing that. That's what I said.
Are
SRB.
we surprised?
Like, that's my point. That's why I was asking your opinion on what you thought. If obviously you didn't hear me because you're driving, but
well, let's just say I'm not shocked.
that's my point. That is the whole point. Like, my wife would have chased me back there or ran as soon as she heard that to find out what was going on. And most of our spouses would do that. Anybody would do that, even if you're with a friend. It's just, what the hell is wrong with this mess?
DKM, frozen shock phase. That's what it was.
Yeah, there you go. Frozen shock phase. They're more like friends than... I agree with you, Hangman. If even that. What a joke. Yeah, okay, so I guess I misinterpreted the Connor's interview. It's not starting until
6:30 Eastern.
6:30, yes. So I guess we're not going to hit that right now. My apologies.
Did you read in chat about the end of Lana's live?
That was the next thing I wanted to jump into. I spoke on that. Hold on a minute.
And Dylan, did you hear our new nickname for Cy-Ray?
Probably not.
It's Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
You know, since they're outdated.
I like that.
That was on Lana's live earlier. I have to give kudos to the girl who came up with it because it was great.
How close to the end do you know it is? How far down it is, Tomboy, or how?
No, I do not. Ask if Senor's still in here. You can ask him.
Are you still in here, Senor? Senor? Hello, Senor.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I can give you Connor's link, Senor. Or, I'm sorry, Mountain Man. Too many names in my head. Sorry, guys. Let me find this here.
Foot and the accelerator is on the right. Move.
All right. Let me see if I can find it. As always, thank you. 45 minutes from the end, bro, or 45 minutes in? Thank you, Bubbles. There's the link for Connor, Mountain Man. I'm not sure, Pamela. That's a good question. I didn't see a specific time on there. All right. I think we're close to that then. Let's see what we got, guys.
And like I said, she's in my right now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you feel investigators should know? Anything you feel is pertinent, not pertinent? Anything else?
They have a tent down there in the woods. Down there. They just walk down in there.
Go back to the coke thing. There's only one person in Moscow who most of the get their coke from. I guess I probably should tell you this. He used to also kind of hang out with Xana.
Okay.
And like Xana, like he would turn her from formals kind of thing. I don't think we did this. His name's Bangman. He also doesn't even go to U of I. He just lives on the University of Idaho campus and pretty much.
Right here, she outs the local coke dealer as Mason Bangman. You heard Bangman.
Did you all hear that?
I can barely hear it.
Let me back that up one more time.
Can you turn it up?
No.
So like this is what Emily had told me.
Obviously, they stay at the Whites, right? So
Emily and them stay at the Whites. Emily, Josie, they stay at the Whites, obviously.
it's like Sigma Chi, the Whites, and then all of these other houses right here, all a bunch of different houses.
And then Dylan had
like saw something in the middle of the night, saw a guy, and like I'm telling you, like, honestly, like I literally saw people walk out of my front door. I went, do that? Well, that was like it was pretty. And
she's over here saying like I've seen people just walk out of my front door like wondering like who the fuck that was, like what? She's saying that just pretty much just happens all the time. That's not normal. Okay, so if like this is considered normal in Moscow, like it's just not normal. But maybe that's why they're like nothing ever happens in Moscow because that's normal to them. But literally every day something weird's happening there.
Saw somebody and heard something, did something, locked her door, went to bed, and then thought, gosh, that was weird. And then woke up the next day at noon like the rest of us, it was probably she went to bed probably around 4. And then woke up, called it, and was like, I have a really weird feeling. Can you guys come over for a second? Come check things out with me, like downstairs. Because Xana, like when you walk into the downstairs like door, right? And you walk in the door, you literally there's a staircase and then Xana's room. And so that's where I think that somebody must have walked in that door, saw them, like, fuck, I gotta kill them too, kind of thing. Anyway, so they call it over, opens the door and sees them, calls the cops, and then walked out, and they were like puking. They were so like literally vomiting outside of their house.
Wow.
Now we know where this puking vomiting came from. What is this broad talking about? You guys, this is Tina. I gotta just laugh right now. I'm sorry. Hold on. What the fuck is she talking about? Who did she get this from? Who? Oh my God, jeez. You know, Dylan just woke up like the rest of us like at noon. She has not, you guys, but Xana was never. When did Xana live on the first floor? Did Xana live on the first floor for a little bit and then move up to the second floor when Kaylee moved up? I'm just trying to understand this. But here, right here, she's talking about people are barfing. They're coming out of the house. Who is providing her with this shit?
Like, I gotta kill them too, kind of thing. Anyway, so they call over, opens the door and sees them, calls the cops, and then walked out, and they were like puking. They were so like literally vomiting outside of their house. And then they were all standing around there like, you guys know where Kaylee and Maddie are? And that's how they figured out that Kaylee and Maddie had died too. They hadn't even saw it or heard it or anything.
And what's it last name? Alon?
Yeah, Alon.
Okay.
And like I said, she's in Mexico right now.
Oh,
they
that's
booked
right.
Mexico trip and, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you feel investigators should know? Anything you feel?
Okay, so listen close to this. This is where it's coming up. Yeah, there was nobody vomiting that we saw. But this next part is kind of important, I think.
Feels pertinent, not pertinent, anything else?
Go back to the coke thing. There's only one person in Moscow who most of get their coke from. I guess I probably should tell you this. He used to also kind of hang out with Xana.
Okay.
And like Xana, and like he would turn her from formals kind of thing. I don't think we did this. His name's Bangman. He also doesn't even go to U of I. He just lives on the University of Idaho campus and pretty much.
Right here, she outs the local coke dealer as Mason Bangman. You heard Bangman. They didn't catch that redaction. And she's like, okay, going back to the coke thing, like this is who would hang out with Xana. And like he took her like, you know, formals and stuff.
Yeah, they screwed up and they redacted Mason, but said Bangman. Well, we know who that is, so.
Like that. And right here. And this is like the players you're talking about. This is who they would get their coke from.
His name's Bangman. He also doesn't even go to U of I. He just lives on the University of Idaho campus and pretty much just hangs out. They didn't have like a terrible falling out. Xana didn't have terrible falling outs. There was never anything that was like, oh my God, like that was so, you know what I mean? Nobody hated her, including me. Posted a bunch of stuff about this and how sad he is about it, and I believe in. But had his fair share of like drug stuff and used to date Xana.
He used to date Xana. He's a big time wrestler.
I should led with that. I told my mom that and she was like, oh my God, Martha. I'm like, I know some, like I said, I lived the summer I lived in the house he's living in right now. He's a devil that got.
Okay. She's about to just go and unleash these next 5 minutes. It's just going to be diarrhea. She tells us that she was living with Mason Bangman in the summer. Okay, this is when she was talking about her summer experience. She lived with this dude and just now wants to talk about him.
Kicked out of death. I'm like, I know some, like I said, I lived the summer I lived in the house he's living in right now. He's a devil that got kicked out of death. Because he chased a bunch of kids back to the dorms one night. He's somebody should probably have a conversation with.
Okay.
Somebody should probably have a conversation with
He chased a bunch of people back to the dorms.
Yeah, he was. I don't know if he was drunk or coked out or whatever he was, but so Old Greek is like right here, right? The dorms are like right here, sitting high, and all the stuff is over here. And he chased a bunch of back to the dorms and was like barking at them and like that happened like 3 years ago.
She said he chased a bunch of kids back to the dorms and was barking at them. Barking. Like, ruff, ruff, ruff. Barking at them. Do you guys, I told you, if you don't fall out of your chairs, barking at them. Barking. Ruff, ruff.
Here, sitting behind all the stuff is over here. And he chased a bunch of back to the dorms and was like barking at them.
Who is this girl again? It says female. Well, it's gone. Female interview with MS. Female who attended ESPN party. I have to figure out who MS is. Oh, is this the Martha interview? Okay, got you. Sorry.
And like, it's the reason he got kicked out. It happened like 3 years ago. I don't think Mick's a violent guy. I also don't think Mick would have the physical capability of being able to kill Zan.
I'll be reviewing it when Connor drops it after he does his premiere and stuff. Of course, completely reviewing it, but this is just pieces of it we're getting.
To be able to kill Ethan just because he was so much bigger than him.
Chased him on running after him or drove his car.
Yeah, barking at him. I'm gonna kill you, kind of. Yeah, like I mean, not obviously. I mean, people throw that around. Yeah. So. If this tells you got old guy is I paid rent to make all summer, and it was like $150 a month or whatever, right? And instead of paying the landlord, he just pocketed all the money, kept all of it, right? As a fraternity man would, right? And so we got an eviction notice this summer because we didn't use any of the money we paid him to pay any of the rent.
Of course.
Yeah, which is really good, you know. Good landlord liaison.
Wait, excuse me? We paid him. It was like I paid $150 a month. Okay. And Mason was just pocketing the money. He didn't pay the bill of the, like, he didn't pay the rent. And so they got an eviction notice.
This is him. Story. I'm like, this is a photo I couldn't put together.
Martha, you in danger, girl. If this detective knew anything to ask, Martha would just be providing it.
Is his name on there?
Yeah.
It's
Mason. Well, like I said, I don't. The idea that we would do this is pretty outlandish to me. But we'll understand the drug portions of it. And that side of things.
Thank you.
All right. And you're pretty confident that not to go out left field. You're pretty confident that this is the one that picked them up from the grub truck.
100% positive that's who brought him home.
Do you know much about an Uber driver named?
We don't take Ubers very often in Moscow. Uber is like not something people do very often.
Okay.
For a while, the university was trying to do like vandal Ubers, where like local Ubers were free, and people were doing stuff like taking it to Boise and stuff. I had to kind of curb that a little bit. But no, I don't.
Okay. You never got a ride from a guy named?
No. we don't. Lyft was trying to come back, but like Uber and Lyft weren't super popular.
Okay. I think that's really all we've got.
Okay.
Well, I will tell you this. She is 1000% adamant that Eric did not pick up the girls and that it was this other dude, number one. And number two, we didn't use Lyfts and Ubers. I don't know who Eric is. And it's like, wow, I wonder if you just would act like you're Ubering and lifting as like an undercover thing or as a cover thing to whatever it is that you're actually fucking doing. But this girl needs to be asked some questions, okay? Because, I mean, I guess that kid just wanted to seem important to say, oh yeah, I picked up Maddie and Kaylee from the grub truck. I don't know. This is absolutely fucking wild. Absolutely fucking wild.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but these interviews, these newer ones, the more that are coming out, they're getting more and more interesting every time. It's crazy.
And more contradictory.
Yeah. And there's more stuff coming out of them. Yeah, this is the same one that Connor has, the Marsha. I did it again. Martha Smith. Yeah, there's a lot of details that are coming that were never released before. It's crazy. I'm surprised they're actually releasing these. It's crazy. I guess we're going to have to go look into her and see who she is, like, truly, to make sure, you know.
Yeah, hopefully.
Craziness.
Hopefully I'll be able to get my full reaction on that uploaded in time.
Right.
Depending on how long it is, it'll take 12 hours.
Yeah. Anything else to add, Dylan, to this? Or anything from today?
I don't have too much more to add. No. I think I've said all I needed to say.
You added quite a bit. Yeah. I can agree. So this is the girl for anybody, because we'll probably have it tomorrow. This is the girl's interview that they're doing. Connor has it put up to run at 6:30. So that's her. That's her name. Obviously, we'll be looking into her when we cover the interview as well, a little bit more. Find out what's what. Is she telling the truth? Is she lying? What's the deal with her? You know. And truly and honestly, like, it's hard to believe anybody, I guess, at this point. At least in my opinion. You know, it's killing me. I'm noticing there's still people referring to Bryan Kohberger as an incel. This blows my mind.
Yeah, absolutely insane.
Blows my mind.
I ain't ever seen a mama's boy that's an incel.
Ray's interview certainly didn't help that.
Of course not. But this is not an incel.
I'm sorry, Blu-ray.
Blu-ray's interview, right? I mean, honestly, if you think Bryan Kohberger, any of you think Bryan Kohberger is an incel, go watch the DMV video.
Or maybe they just need to look up in a dictionary as to what
an incel is. Right. Like, go look at that. Go look at the was it October Tomboy when the female police officer pulled him over? Go look at that. Okay. No, this man is not an incel by any means whatsoever. Come on. That's an excuse to be able to support a stupid narrative, in my opinion. Thank you so much, SRB. Appreciate that. By the way, thank you guys. Go ahead, Tomboy. Go ahead.
I can't really expect them to go and look it up in a dictionary if they can't even bother to read documents.
Makes you wonder who can read and who can't. Good call. Thank you to anybody that chooses to support us via Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. By the way, I wanted to say thank you to. We got bills due, folks, and this is how we pay them. We don't expect anybody to ever do that. You don't have to support us by doing that ever, but it is very much appreciated, especially right now. It helps us to cover the internet, the StreamYard, and everything we do out here, and it keeps me in coffee. And when I run out of coffee, things go nuts. So thank you to all of you who do that. Awesome, Miss Noel. Oh, Lord, I'm sorry to hear that, KT. That sucks. That sucks, especially when they just choose to do it out of the blue. That's nuts. Blu-ray, I love that. Do I got to write another song? You guys perk my creativity. All right, Mr. Dillon, Miss Tomboy, anything else to add other than what we've talked about?
Go Dogs.
No, sir.
No, it doesn't, senor. It does not surprise me. I mean, the G's are still pushing the stalker theory. Yes. Yes, they truly are.
You have Olivia intentionally trying to throw misinformation with the whole, oh, was it gay?
No, and she's always done this. She's always thrown out. This is gross to me, by the way. I need to point this out. Again,
dude, it's not two lanes.
It's so disgusting to me that they are running, especially her, pushing these sexual innuendos when there's none. There are no there's nothing within this case that had any kind of a sexual aspect to it. She said it during the sentencing hearing when she called him the P. She's made more than one comment about, again, sexual innuendos. It's ridiculous.
Well, he's a grown adult.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
It really does. It blows my mind. And it's really kind of sickening. I'm sorry, but it is. It's gross. It's sickening, disgusting, and gross. And anybody that's going to do this, you need to get your head checked. I'm sorry, but there's something wrong there.
I guess I'm still bothered by her comment over that there is still an open federal case in Washington for stalking with him.
Where? Where? Show me the documents on it.
Your guess is as good as mine. And if there isn't, where did they get that information from? Or did just blowing smoke up everybody's ass? Like,
are they inventing it again? And they've been known to do this. They've said this. This man has admitted to this himself, saying, yes, I have, I put out misinformation and I've asked others to do it on purpose. What is the gain from that? Somebody tell me the gain from that. If you're bingo, if you're doing that, you're not looking for truth. You're looking for pocket change. I'm sorry.
It's getting to the point where I want to know exactly where the hell Steve was that night.
I think Dylan, I have never questioned this. I've never, ever questioned that. And I never normally would because of the situation. I really have been thinking a lot on that now because it's starting to get weird. There's so many strange things that just do not line up, that do not make any sense, and I want to know why.
And
well, was he at urgent care for the first time in 20-some years?
Or was he on call?
Or was he on call for the hospital and couldn't go more than 20 minutes away?
Yeah, you can't. So when your job's on call, has you on call, and something happens to one of your kids, you got to stay there because you're on call. Who the fuck says that?
No, that's when you make a call, and because you have backup. When you're on call for a hospital, usually there's two of you.
Yes, always. For any reason. Yes, ma'am. And here's the thing. I would have lost my job that day. If that was my child, I would have lost my job. That would never have been an excuse. I'm sorry. I don't understand that. I don't understand either one of those answers. So go ahead and tell your story. It's your story.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Jules made the point. Take everything out. Let's just have Kaylee.
Yeah.
And it was missing persons. The way the G's are talking, they would be suspect number one.
You ain't lying. Many people have pointed to that, Dylan.
And even and this was very early on in the case. Someone who used to be FBI was on, I think it was Fox or whatever, when it was still heavily national news.
Yes, I know. I think I know exactly what you're saying, but go ahead.
Yeah, he was saying that this dad of one of the victims is really concerning.
Yep. This is a former FBI agent that pointed this out and said they need to be. There's some weird things going on here. They need to be questioning. 100%. I about fell out of my chair. That was fairly early on, I think, too, wasn't it, Dylan?
That was very early on.
In fact, I wonder if I still have that because I downloaded that. Hold on, let me look.
Lucy is still in here, correct? Because I can't see chat right now because I'm driving.
It was.
Lucy, wasn't VICAP mentioned in the documents? And if you're going to talk about VICAP and violent crimes and organized crime, there's a huge reason that Josh Irwin was brought in.
There we go. Here's a clip. I do have the clip still. Wait a minute. I might actually have the full video. I forgot all about this, Dylan. This is quite interesting.
When I first heard that, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, and this guy...
It was on your channel that I first heard it. And so I had the foreknowledge to like, oh, yeah, he's right.
And he was also, he's an ex-Navy SEAL, FBI agent. He's got quite the background. His name's Jonathan Gilliam. Check this out, folks. This was... Oh, sorry. Always doing dumb things here. This happened November 28th of 22. Within the same month, you guys. All right, here we go. Wait, what did I just do? Son of a bitch. Hold on.
Oh, boy. The elderly versus technology.
Let's bring in former FBI special agent.
Shut your mouth. All right, let's try this again.
And Navy SEAL Jonathan Gilliam. Jonathan, good morning to you. The headline today really is that there isn't one. 2 weeks in and there is no information on who committed this crime. Are there any details that you're honing in on as you follow this case?
Well, I do think there's important things that the public should be informed of so they can kind of get an idea of what they should be looking for. And first of all, let me just say this. I've been very critical of this police department, the way they first handled these things. But I have to tell you, I don't blame them at all for not telling the families anything else, because ever since this occurred, the family members have been on podcasts, they've been on newscasts, and law enforcement is automatically going to pull back on the information that they provide if that occurs. So I don't blame them for that. But what I do think that they should be doing, and they're probably not going to because they don't want to, they think that they're going to inflame the situation of people being nervous if they do this. But people have to understand about what occurred on that night and the type of person that would do this. Now, I've heard some analysts saying things that are just soundbite related. One analyst on another network said that it was probably a female or a same-sex argument or something that inflamed it as though he was wanting to make it an exclusive or all-inclusive type of thing. I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure that this was a young male, somebody who could get into the house and get out in that neighborhood without being seen. I don't think it was two people, because the more people you have going into that house, the more likely it is that they were going to be seen. So I think it's one male, young enough to have been in that neighborhood. I think the potential is that they entered from the second floor because the first floor was never disturbed. And there's also a wooded area behind that house. But here's an important thing that I think people should realize. This is probably not.
Did I pull up the wrong one? God bless America. Hold on. I think I did. Give me a second here. 1 minute. Where'd it go?
I tried looking for it a while back. And
I have it here. I had it uploaded too. 1 minute. When I clicked on the wrong one. Just a second.
There he goes, pushing all them buttons again.
That's never a good sign.
I haven't pushed any buttons at all. I'm just trying to pull up a video.
And that's how it all went off the rails.
Problem is I have so much stuff that has multiple, like that same name on multiple different things.
Yeah, I don't have the ability to keep anything relatively organized.
I try, but I end up doing this when I do that. Okay, let's see if this is the right one now. One minute. I got three of these, three versions of this.
Can we do the English version?
It will be English. This guy has spoke a lot on this now that I see these other ones too. I mean, I'm surprised, yeah, it may have to be this one. All right, hold on.
I'm holding.
I couldn't find the other one, but I have this still. There we go. All right.
This individual is bothering me and many people very much. And if at the very least, he is causing law enforcement more problems, I think, than anything else.
Yeah, again, it's definitely confusing. I've heard him on these interviews say those things. Jonathan had read that. You wonder if he's a parent and grieving, if that's what he's going through. But definitely interesting. He also said something that caught my eye, that the killer chose to go upstairs. So want to remind our viewers of the home. So it's a 3-level home. The main entrance is actually like the basement area, and then you go up the second floor. That's where a couple of the bedrooms were, and then you go to the third floor where there were other bedrooms. So he's saying, this father, that the killer went up that second floor and went through the sliding glass door. Have you heard any police reports saying that that was how the killer entered the home?
We've heard no definitive police reports that say that. Although I do believe that is correct. I think when you look at the two individuals, the two females that were in the first floor, and that first floor opens up into a common living room type space. I guess there's bedrooms there, and those go upstairs. It's almost like a second apartment.
Yeah.
And the second floor has its own main area, and then there's the third floor.
What?
And this Mr. Gonzalez, he continues to push out there details about this crime that nobody really knows about. We do know that people were killed on the second and the third floor. I personally have never heard any reports where they were saying that there was different types of attacks and ferocity amongst the different victims. The only person that said that is this same individual. And in the way that he talks about how his daughter and the other girl that was with her were sleeping in the same bed, that information was not released until he said it.
Right. Yeah, so I wonder if
This individual is bothering me and many people very much. And if at the very least, he is causing law enforcement more problems, I think, than anything else.
There's more to that. If I could find the full video, it's quite interesting. Quite interesting. Just saying. Hey, Aquarian. Any thoughts, Dylan? Tomboy?
I got nothing left for now.
Kind of same.
Obviously, that FBI guy didn't pay much attention to the layout of the house.
Yeah, well, just saying.
It was very early on.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah, it was very, very much so. But it's happened. Oh, this is another statement I thought was interesting, too. Mr. G himself. The mentality that these people have is what blows my mind, truly and honestly.
At him and have the whole world see what a fool he is. I would love for it to backfire on him and we could just sit there and laugh at him, just point at him and have the whole world see what a fool he is for, doing this, running the table and then getting death row. That'd be glorious.
Which very sadly is probably what's going to happen when the tables turn on this. To them.
It might have seemed petty, but I thought I told you so. I knew this was going to happen. I truly think he underestimated how bad prison would be. And because he's got a big mouth and he's not as smart as he thinks he is, he went and ratted people out and he's put himself in a position where he's on 24/7 lockdown. He's kind of in the death row like I thought I wanted him to be. And he really doesn't like it. He thought he was going to be able to go to legal libraries and was able to finish his PhD and work on his education and do all the things that he probably would have normally done in a college environment. And that hasn't been the case. And I'm glad he's done. He's not going to get this. It's just all the families had to go through it again. I had some people calling me up and they're really upset. And we always kind of knew that this would come back. It's not going to be a big deal. We'll know if there's some meat to it after he gets his new counsel and they can write up probably something that people can actually read that doesn't look like a kindergartner wrote it up. Then we'll see if there's any teeth to it. Somebody
that it disgusts me that they pick on somebody that has disability like that. That makes me sick.
Yeah, he can throw 150 punches in a minute.
Stupid. Pure stupidity.
That's this self-centered and had the history that I looked up, there was really no question that he was going to try to put himself back in the spotlight again. I would love for...
It just makes me cringe when I hear these things anymore that they say. There's so much of it out here now, too. It's sad. He writes like that because of his disability, okay? Which, again, is something else that plays into the fact that it was very hard for him to commit these murders, which is why I don't believe he did. So, I'm just saying. It's unbelievable. So, again, wrong. Always so wrong. Jesus. But anyway, guys, that's probably going to do it for today. We're out at 3 hours. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to be looking forward to finding out what's going on with Mr. Roush, Bryan's new defense attorney, and following up on all this new stuff coming out as well. I do believe I'm live with Crimes After Dark tonight. If anybody's bored, I am going to be having I want the mods, if I can, if they're not busy, to jump in. I want to have a meeting with you guys quickly. Beyond that, Dylan, thank you for joining me. Great video, Dylan. Great job today, buddy. Always appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing, sir. Thank you, Tomboy, for joining us as well. Moto, thank you for joining me earlier as well. Appreciate you, buddy. And yes, somebody in there said True Seeker. Listen, folks, I fully believe in karma. It is real. And it's all going to come back to bite everybody that is doing what they're doing with all of this mess. It's nuts. So
that rug pull is going to be a bitch.
I agree. Yes. Thank you to all of you for being here. Thank you to my moderators.
When you put out dirty little secrets, the elves can hear you.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. Thank you all for joining us. Don't forget, folks, to love yourselves and love each other. Don't change a thing, because that is what makes you amazing and beautiful as you yourself. Guys, thank you to anybody that may have supported us with any donations of any sort. Again, never ever expected, but always appreciated. And thank you for hitting that like button, because that is the most important thing. You guys being here, hitting the like button and sharing this out. That helps us the most. So thank you all very much. Hopefully I'll see some of you this evening. And if not, I will see you tomorrow for sure. Have a great rest of your day, folks. And mods, I will see you soon. Dylan, have a great one, buddy. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye, everybody.
The coffee's cold, the final stain. We laid the map out in the pouring rain. No hidden corners left to creep. The dark truth woke while the city